And it's tournament day. I'm here at The Lab in Barrie, Ontario, Canada. 2,000 points, 3 games. You know the drill. Let's dive in.
The Dark King.
And here we are at The Lab. Everybody's getting ready for the event. I'm here with 2 rabble-rousers. Look at that. Rabble-rouser number 1. Rabble-rouser number 2. Stoner Scrub podcast. And then Troll Central. Troll Central. And then, of course, some cool people. It's going to be a fun day of games. Let's take a look at the list, and we'll dive into the games. And here we have 2,000 points that I'll be running at the tournament. I decided to run something a little different. As you can see, there's quite a heavy Coven section of this triple patrol 2,000 point list. So let's dive in. Something that you've probably seen me run before is a Cult of Strife detachment with the Succubus, Triptych Whip, and Blood Dancer. She's probably one of my favorite, killiest units that I run, just in general. 10 Witches with a Blast Pistol with rolled combat drugs. I do the +1 attack when she charges combat drug on my Succubus. Then I've decided to run 1 and 2 units of Scourge with 4 Shredders. They're mainly to do actions and things, move fast, deal with some infantry and chaff. I'm excited to just try them out, just kind of put them in there for that. Then we have the Cabal. But instead of Cabal of the Poison Tongue, I decided to go for Cabal of the Obsidian Rose. I went with Ancient Evil on the Archon as well with no relic. Blast Pistol, Agonizer. Now, it's funny because I put the Agonizer in because I was thinking that it was Poison Tongue, but it was Obsidian Rose that I submitted. So the Agonizer is not as good as it would be in Poison Tongue. 2 units of 5 Mandrakes. 1 unit of Trueborn with Blaster, Double Blaster, Dark Lance, pretty standard stuff. And a small Court of the Archon. Now, I have the 2 more Urgles that I'm painting. I don't have any more Slith. I wish I could get 3 more Sliths so I could run the full court, because I feel they're going to be very useful in the current meta. Then I have 1 Raider with Splinter Axe and 1 Raider with a Shock Prow. So 2 Raiders. And last but not least, an Artists of the Flesh Coven detachment. Now, this Coven detachment means they have -1 damage. So anything that shoots at them, -1 damage. I've got a Master Homunculus. Of course, the Succubus is a Master Succubus and the Archon is a Master Archon. But a Master Homunculus with the Twisted Reanimator, so he can bring back Rax Warlord traits, as well as the next relic, the Helm of Spite. So you can go around potentially stopping sneaky psychers and psychic powers from going off every once in a while. A big unit of 18 Rax. Just 18 of them. You know, it basically stick around him and he brings them back and whatnot. 5 Grotesques in 1 big unit. Then a unit of Kronos with a single Spirit Probe. And they all have the Flamers and the Vortexes. And then 1 unit of Talos with Ichor Injectors, Talos Ichor Injectors, Macro Scalpel, and the Twin Haywire Blaster. And there you have it. 2,000 points on the nose. A little bit different than what I run last time. There are a couple of key things, of course, the Succubus, the Homunculus, the Archon, that stay the same, the Mandrakes, the Trueborn. Those really don't change, but I'm just kind of testing different things. So let me know what you think down below, and let's dive in to the tournament, the missions, the armies that I played against, and I hope you enjoy it and learn lots. Let's dive in. Round number 1, I'm playing Adam, and he's playing his Deathwing. That's right, big 10-man Terminators we're deploying right now. Looking forward to it. Secondaries-wise, we've picked very defensive secondaries. I've picked like To the Last and Banners and that sort of thing, and he's also picked like Stubborn Defiance and To the Last, To the Last and what is it? Minimize losses. I also picked minimize losses too, but not To the Last. I picked Banners and stop him from coming into my zone to get points. So we're looking at a great fun game. This is gonna be. Love it. Okay, so here we are after turn 1. We're playing a very defensive game. I literally just lined up, took objectives. He's lined up. He's not committing. I'm not committing. This is gonna be a very interesting game. where if we both do nothing, we both score 100 points. Really? So one of us is gonna have to do something to make something happen. And that's it, round one. I'm playing into Dark Angels, and Adam's army is a very defensive army. Now, granted, it is designed for team play, where you're trying to get as many points as possible. So he doesn't really have too much move out and take objectives. He's just designed to sit in his spot and get 95 to 100 points, whether he wins or loses, to deny opponent points in a team-based environment. So I knew that going into the matchup, it was going to be defensive in terms of gameplay. So I took defensive secondaries like Herd the Prey and Raise Banners and things like that, because I knew he wasn't really going to push out into me. Now, the list itself is quite standard for Dark Angel build: block of Terminators, Terminator Command Squads, the Talon Master, the Apothecary, and in his case, quite a few bikes that could come in handy for some quick, fast moving action as well. I did get aggressive into his army like halfway through the game, so let's see how that turned out. End of round number one, and it is a Drukhari victory. However, Adam played really well, played very defensively, got 85 points with To the Last and Stubborn Defiance. I got 95. I lost 5 points for minimized losses. He only lost 5 points for minimized losses as well. But I was able to kill one of his To the Lasts, which basically flipped it in my favor, essentially. What a crazy game. That was really fun. But holy moly, do Dark Angels not lose points. They just don't. They just score points. That's what they do. Well, on to round number two. And we're here at round two. I'm playing, guess what? More Dark Angels. That's right. This time with Contemptors. It's Mike, who you saw me play the other day, and when my bomber killed his stuff. So he's come back with a vengeance. We're playing the direct assault one mission. So yeah, I've decided to take To the Last, which is probably a mistake this game, but I want to try something out. The whole point of this list is I'm testing it, seeing how resilient it can be. So I'm using the terrain to kind of hide stuff. Other than that, wish me luck, and we'll come down after the game. And I'm playing more Dark Angels. Now, we've played before, so Mike has played me before, so he kind of knows my style of play. He decided to, last time we played, he lost by 2 points for being very defensive. And this time he takes his list, and because of the mission, decides to go heavy on the aggressive plays. Oath of Movement, direct assault. He wanted to get right into the middle of the board. So I had to return in kind, and I had to make sure that I was able to kill those 10 -1 damage Deathwing Terminators early on in the game. Let's see how I did. Okay, so the mission went to plan. I was able to push into the middle and essentially use this as a speed bump and jump over. My Talos with Ichor injectors and the Grotesque did a lot of mortal wounds to that Terminator unit early on, bringing it down to 3 models after the first combat. The lack of an Apothecary meant that he wasn't able to have feel no pains, and then I was able to just jump. And even though he had pockets of stuff, I just pushed into his line and essentially took his home objective, and really, that was it. Those Grotesques and Talos with the -1 damage, oh my goodness, how awesome. They have been fantastic. Okay, so with that, another victory. Let's dive in. Oh! Yeah! It was great. It was a really fun game. And we're moving on to round number 3. Let's see how the cookie crumbles. And here we are at the end of the last round, and it is round 3. We're playing mission number Scorched Earth against necrons. There you go, Hamza. What's going on, buddy?
What's up, what's up?
Just having some fun. He gets to pre-move up, so I put sacrificial mandrakes to stick. You don't get to move past your line. Stick.
Good mandrakes.
Good mandrakes. So we'll see how this game goes. Hamza's Necron list is a very good Necron list. I really like the way that it plays, and I knew it was not going to be easy. Lots of objectives secured, and I found out the pre-game movement the Necrons have does not have a distance requirement to end within so many inches of enemy units, which means that even though my mandrakes were up at the front, they were pretty much useless, and he was able to move. I was able to go first, but his list has 50 Necron warriors, which is more than the warriors that I played against last time, and the close combat potential of the Catacomb command barges, with the added sneaky infantry action monkeys of the destroyers, and the plasmas and the crypto thralls, as well as the planes for movement and getting objective secured models to where he needed them on the board, as well as getting secondaries. Great all-round Necron list. I really recommend that you take a look at it. But let's see how I did. And it's the end of the game. It was really tight with Hamza.
Really good game.
Yeah, really good game. It was tight until turn like 3.
Yeah.
And then he lost basically all his barges that he'd kind of pushed into me, and the Talos and Kronos just went nuts.
I think it was a crazy counterattack.
It was awesome. The Rax started here, went that way, and then ended up this way at the end of the game. And the Talos went all the way up to here, then back down here, and then all the way up this way at the end of the game.
You were doing like the shuffles everywhere.
It was so fast. MVPs though have to be, I think the Rax, they were really good, and the Haywire on the Kronos. You know what? I mean the Talos. I'm kind of liking them. Kind of liking the Haywire. Not gonna lie.
with the number of shots, you can't
because
go
it's
wrong.
3, and I've tried like units of 2, units of 1, hasn't worked. But unit of 3 has actually been dangerous. The only thing I don't like is I can't advance and shoot with them.
Yes, but it makes you play conservative with your to the last, which I thought was a great.
I did pick to the last, which was actually really good, and that's actually 15 points. I've never been able to play so conservatively before. But other than that, Hamza, thanks for the game. That was really fun. Another victory for the Drukhari. Let's see how the tournament ended up, and we'll do an after-action report in the studio. And that is the end of the event. Thank you very much for watching. I had a great time. It's also amazing to see people and play with them all the time. As you tell, I kind of shaved a little bit since the tournament, and I'm going to be going on holiday to Nova Scotia for 2 weeks, which is super exciting, which means no tournaments for me, but I will be filming a battle report with Nurgle Snurgle, which I'm really excited about, probably doing a live stream there as well. So stay tuned for that. And then in early September, I'm traveling to British Columbia, BC, and I'm going to be doing a battle report with Play on Tabletop, which I am extremely excited about. And I'm going to be going to Attack X, my first big event in like 2 years, or like a year and a half, at least since COVID started. Holy moly, I'm so excited about that. I cannot wait. So I don't know what list to take. If you have any suggestions, leave a comment down below. What would you like to see me play with at a major tournament? Now, at the end of the event, I did come in first place. Congratulations to Brett, who came in second, and Dustin, who came in third, playing a Harridan. That's right, a Harridan, a giant Tyranid monstrosity, which is great to see on the tabletop. Other than that, you are all awesome. A huge shout out to all the channel Patreons. If you like the channel and you like the content, make sure you click that sub button, like this video or dislike it if you don't like this format. Leave a comment down below, share it with your friends, and a huge shout out to all of you. Thank you so much for your ongoing support. Let's dive into the next video. I've been Skari, your grateful host, signing off until next time. Skari out. Ah, the Dark Kin. Ah, ah, ah.